Yo, what up, guys? Today we have a very special deck for you guys. This is the deck I was telling you about. This is what I'm taking to regionals and championships and stuff like that for the foreseeable years until everything gets banned because I know that this will probably most likely get banned. But until it gets banned, nigga, even with those online duels and stuff like that, I can't remember exactly what they're called. But it's like you just use the camera and then you show your field and then somebody else got some camera on the other side and the tournaments that they're having now. But the vaccine for COVID-19 is coming out soon, so pick up this deck. It's a cheap $80 to $90 deck. Cards are going up in price though as I speak because I was very smart and got this early because I developed this combo. I basically start off with 3 Dragon Lord tokens. Yeah. You need 3 tokens. Spend as much money as you want on those, and then we start with the side deck. Okay, we got one Katakuri level 3 tuner, one Fantasy Magic, one Wild Wagon, Chew Playhouse. Then we got our Earthbound. We got 3 Earthbounds all together. Then we got Suppression Pluto, Soul Pendulum, and then we start with the deck. That's basically the side. I won't really explain the side deck cards, and I already made a video explaining what basically all the cards did in the very first 2 videos, but that's basically the complete side right there, niggas. And it's pretty good. It's a good side deck. Now then for the main deck. We start off with 3 level 5 Katakuris. This guy lets you draw. He lets you draw a whole bunch for every defense position you got, and you'll draw a lot of them. Then we got 3 level 1 tuners. And then we got 2 level 3 tuners. You don't if you only need 1 level 3 tuner in the deck, so I only run 2 of them. And same thing with Cold Wing. You only need one, so I run 2. Just in case I draw it. Then we got Despot number 1, we got 3 of them. Special summon himself in the graveyard when you special summon 2 machine monsters. And Despot number 3, we got 3 of them. Because he special summons Despot number 1, and then you can go into your extra deck plays. Then we got 3 continuous Abyss script. This guy lets you special summon as many as you want from the deck when he's popped. Even though you have no way of triggering them in the main version of the deck that you're going to be playing in game 1, you don't really need it. You know what I mean? You don't really need that negate because this is a power deck right here where you draw a bunch of cards instead of a big field using the Katakuri engine, and then you just keep on that momentum with all your pendulums and stuff like that. One Dragon Lair, banish 15 cards from extra deck combo every time. 3 Opening Ceremony. And Rise of the Abyss King. And this is the new edition that I've been waiting to get. Tutland. Yes, this card is very good because you'd be playing Earth and Dark. And if they're playing light, it will pop itself. But if they're not playing light, then you're golden. And even if you activate Dark, you can still special summon Dark monsters, but they can't. So it just shuts down attributes, nigga. It shuts down attribute heavy decks when you lose a field through battle. And it has 2000 attack, so it's a great beater. It's a great beater. We got 3 of them, and it's a hand trap. And then we got our stun variant of the deck, stun part of the deck. These can just special summon when you have a 0 and 8 scale, and even with, and basically, you know what you do. Next card, you can already see his name. That's the card I was mentioning in my previous video, but nobody knew it. But yeah, this guy right here negates everything in the graveyard. Anything that targets the graveyard, any effects that activate in the graveyard are negated. Even banishing from the graveyard acting effect, it's negated. Then we got General. Basically, anytime activating a monster effect, it forces them to discard 1 card or the effect is negated. So if they have no cards in their hand, every monster effect is negated. And so it destroys their hand. And that's really, really helpful. Then we got our spell canceller to stop all spells from being activated or played. That can stun us stun us pretty heavy if we don't have pendulum scales. If we get pendulum scales, then only the traps can really hurt us, and that's what Jinzo's for. Even if you only open with one of these, you can usually stun any deck pretty hard. Except with Jinzo, you open with Jinzo and they don't play a trap deck, you're kind of just But you open with Spell Canceller or Abyss, Anubis, or even General. I mean, even though you only get like one use out of them because you're Pendulum Summoning, it's a strong Sun card, and you'll have so many other monsters on the field that, you know, it's pretty much whatever. And then along with the other high monsters, we got Superstar, set an Abyss script spell from the deck, but it's sent into the graveyard during the end phase if you don't use it. We have our Melodona, and what I didn't mention in the other video was that Melodona is really good because this card right here, if you look at it, when an Abyss script spell is activated, you can special summon a level 4 or lower from your deck. And so that's very, very helpful. It really, really is. Because with that level 4 out, it'll bounce to your hand during the end phase if you don't use it for nothing. So it's a free add to your hand from your deck, basically. And you can get you a little bit extra damage on field. Or you can pop it and get a search, with Wild Hope. Then we got our Evil Heal, because Evil Heal is not as much staple as Superstar, but Evil Heal is still really nice. Then we got our Twinkle. We got to unlock that 3 attack bonus and banish their entire extra deck. We got our 3 copies of Comic Relief, Steal Their Monsters, Wild Hope, Search, when it's destroyed, extras, set in Pendulum Zone by Tributin, or of course, you know what we can do with this mug, and that is special summon it by placing the Pendulum Zone when your opponent has a monster. You know what I mean? That's really good. Then you can go immediately into the link without using your normal summon. And we got now we got Chew. We only got 2 Celestial Magicians and 2 Odd-Eyes Synchrons. Because that's basically what you need. You need to remember is that you don't need very many of them. Because Synchron will banish itself after the second use when you pendulum summon from the extra deck, so it's pretty good. Then we got our Clay Breaker, 500 for each extra in the monster's extra deck. For each face up in the extra deck, to lose 500 attack, and that can basically allow you to beat over just about anything. Then we got our Pendulum, our Sorcerer, to search, and then this is the extra 3 Hyper to get everything out the way, real nice and simple and easy. 3 Horus. Steal Monster, negate an effect. Then we got our 1 Crystron Needle Fiber, 1 Aerogram Blast, you know what I mean, the Metal Venom Beast. We got 3 of the Shogun level 7 Synchros for Katakuri. And we got 3 of the level 8s of Katakuri. And the last card can be a level 9 Synchro or a rank 8. And my favorite is Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Multiple attacks attaching their XYZ materials. That can really, really help. But to be honest, when some new XYZs come, I'm going to probably switch it out. But for right now, this is a staple. But this card can be anything. So either way, have a good one, niggas. This is my deck profile. And I would show you the combo, but that'll be for another day. This is the 2 decks put together for part 3. Have a good one. Peace.